from the shimmer of light. In the workshop he felt safe to the broken glass. In the streets reflecting her fright. Desperation can set the stage for acts of villainy. And heroes may need to confront their demons in more ways than one. For a choice to be made, you must overcome the binding and twining of souls upon. So strong it may just keep you cold and tall. Yes, you. What will you do when the call for action beckons you to choose? Yes, you. What will you be? A hero, a villain, or a monster indeed?
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to Arcadia Fallen, where we are going to the Forgotten Library to see what happens there next. Oh, it is just separate ones with the two of them. Michael has buried himself in the Forgotten Library. Victoria is looking for clues.
So, you're really going to trap Ronan this time around?
That's the plan. And afterwards, we're going to find a way to bring him back to the way he was.
That's amazing, Mime. I never thought it would be a spirit who'd end up helping me get him back. But I'm grateful.
You seem to be handling this a lot better already. You don't look scared of me anymore.
Well, I'm still a bit scared. But you've been nothing but nice to me, so I really shouldn't be so suspicious. It's just that my brother has always told me to stay far away from spirits. That they're dangerous. He never even let me enter the forest on my own.
That seems a bit...
I know. I didn't question it growing up, but now I can't help but wonder what made him so afraid. It might have something to do with my parents' death.
You think a spirit?
Ronan never wanted to talk about it, and I was very little, so I can't remember. But it would explain a lot, wouldn't it? Why he hated you all so much.
Kim, I'm sorry.
Huh? Why are you sorry? Even if it was a spirit who killed my parents, that has nothing to do with you. Talking with you, it's clear that my brother was wrong. Spirits are a lot like humans. Some are bad, but some are good too. Just because one spirit did a bad thing, doesn't mean that all of you are bad. Good spirits like you shouldn't suffer because some turned bad. That isn't right.
Kim...
I just noticed the time. I was supposed to pick up a package for the baker. Oh no, I gotta run. See you around, Mime.
Spirits are like humans, huh?
You two seem to get along well.
So...
Kim's really nice. It's a bit hard to imagine him and Ronan being related, actually. Oh no! I was so excited to tell him about our plan, I didn't think to ask about his brother. Where did he go?
Oh no.
Well...
Of course, he went right that way and he's gone. Wow, there sure are a lot of people out today. I'll just hunt him down again though, don't worry. Mime rushes off.
Is something wrong, Victoria? You look like you want to say something.
Merely waiting for the gloating to start. Go ahead. Call me a hypocrite.
You should know by now, I'm not really the type to revel in others' misfortunes.
Which somehow just makes this even more frustrating. I criticized you for going against orders, and now I went and did the same. Just like that time.
Victoria, out of all of us here, you have proved to be the one most capable of dealing with problems with a level head and a calm mind. What happened between you and the hunters, I can't say I understand. But I do know that no matter what we might be facing in the future, I trust you to steer us in a just direction.
Anne is right. You really are soft as a jellyfish.
You don't say.
However, I think I needed to hear some soft wisdom for a change. Thank you, Caden.
Anytime.
Aw, that was sweet. Let's go see what's going on at home. You find Victoria in the alchemy shop together with Elizabeth.
So, it is you, then? The spirit alchemist?
The people never were that creative picking names for their so-called heroes.
It's such an honor. You were knighted before all the paragons. They gifted you a silver chalice, the highest award for military service.
And it makes for a fine paperweight, but isn't worth much else.
I don't understand, but why are you here? You could be the highest ranking officer on the continent, and maybe even petition to be a paragon yourself.
Don't fool yourself, Victoria. I might not be a mage, but anyone who has been as close to magic as I would never have been allowed into the inner circle of the capital.
But
the world is a complex place, Victoria dear. I have many reasons for being here, much like you have your own reasons for being in Alithia's employ, instead of with the demon hunters.
Victoria leaves the shop, shooting you an odd look on her way out.
Here for some more training.
About last night.
about that...
If just...
I'm so sorry for all of this. When I look at you as... when I took you in as my apprentice, I had put that life behind me. I never wanted for you to get tangled up in any of that. Yeah, I understand. I do.
Okay.
It's okay, Elizabeth. I understand. This doesn't change my opinion of you. You're still my teacher. You're just...
Thank you, dear.
Your teacher clears her throat and straightens up. Anne tells me that you managed to tap into the demon spirits during your fight with Ronan last night. This is good. Your skill has progressed much faster than I could have hoped. With this, you'll be able to create potions that are exclusive to a spirit alchemist. Though I must warn you, using such volatile energy can be quite dangerous if not handled correctly. Can I use them to protect Gwen?
I wonder...
Yes.
I believe it would be wise to start by teaching you how to make protective wards. With your new abilities, you should be able to make some strong enough to keep even Ronan at bay. However, I'll need you to check in with Quinn and pick up more ingredients. I'll go right away.
I'll do it.
Thank you, dear.
Once you return, I'll teach you how to use these new powers of yours. Hopefully without ruining the shop. Well, I mean, any more than it has already been ruined.
Here, Michael. I have something for you.
A sweet roll? Mine. I didn't realize I was being such a bad influence on you.
I paid for this, unlike some people. It's just, after everything that happened with the library, you look like you could use something to cheer you up a little.
Was I really being that transparent? Or perhaps you are more perceptive than I gave you credit for.
Huh?
Thank you, Mime. And don't worry, I'll be fine. Besides, how could I not be? With such lovely friends looking out for me.
When you say it like that, you sound like you're gonna get yourself into more trouble.
Only good trouble. I promise.
Aww, Michael. Let's see an event with Michael, and then we'll go into the flower shop. You walk down into the Forgotten Library. It's easy to imagine how the place was once buzzing with life. Archivists walking amongst rows of bookshelves, working on their next big discovery. Now it is quiet, however, save for a single mage sitting on the floor, surrounded by piles of books. Building a fort. I mean, the kind of teasing style does seem to work with Michael. Are you building a fort?
So,
Am I allowed in? Michael looks up, startled by your voice. He looks a bit gaunt, like something heavy is weighing on his mind, but it is easily masked by a smile. Indeed, I have built the greatest defense known to mankind. To enter my secret sanctuary, you need the proper password. Down with the Empire?
I wonder.
Is it something like the Empire can suck my heels? Not quite, but for your creativity, I will allow you inside anyway. You sit down next to him, and Michael closes the book in his lap, tapping the cover with a finger. I've been searching for this place for years, which, granted, in the grand scheme of things, isn't really that long, but I'm still struggling with this odd feeling of, what now? This collection is awe-inspiring. As all the libraries fell, survivors would have brought what they could here, gathering possibly the largest collection of historical records right under the Empire's noses.
Look.
He picks up a book from the pile and flips through it. This is a full record of heirs to one of the biggest noble houses in the central capital, most of them illegitimate by the looks of things. Oh, or this one. He picks up another book. An account of how an incompetent general accidentally ran his army through a quiet farming village during the conquest of the north. And a detailed description of the hopes the officials had to jump through in order to cover it up. They are all like this. He gestures to the massive collection around you. Rows upon rows of documented history. Detailed accounts of crimes and corruption, the very worst and best of humanity gathered on dusty old pages. So, what do you plan on doing now?
So,
What will you do with it all? That's the question of the century, isn't it?
I could live 1,000 lifetimes and not fully understand everything within this library. I came here to find proof. Something that would reveal the corruption of the Empire. But this? The truth is what I expected. That the system is riddled with corruption and pain. And they knew. Everyone knew and did nothing. I always believed the more I knew, the closer I'd be to a solution. But I only feel despair.
He chuckles, running a hand down his face. You've never seen Michael like this. Defeated.
I guess in the end, Rune was right. I would not find what I seek in this place. No gratification, no righteous justice. Just more darkness, gathering dust.
I'm sorry, Michael.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, your pity will do the world little good. We humans tell our children that the world can be changed by heroes. But that is a lie. The world isn't easily changed by anyone. History is a loop, insistent on repeating itself. And once you see that loop, you can either live that life in frustration, screaming at the top of your lungs the truth to people who don't want to hear it, or you can just accept that the world isn't going to change and move on. I mean, it kind of isn't his responsibility to change things. But I do feel like deep down he does want to. I mean, that's why the quest to find this library and all of this information, all of these records, right? I mean, he's just defeated by the vastness of it all, and he's currently feeling defeated. But I feel like deep down, now that he has these records and all of this information, why else would he have sought it out? Don't give up on the world. Use the records and the information. I'm sure you'll figure out a way. And I could even help you, maybe?
Michael.
If you try to carry the whole world on your shoulders, then of course you're going to collapse under the strain. But that doesn't mean you should just drop everything on the floor instead. You are capable of changing things. Everyone is. It might just be a small thing, like saving a single book in a huge library, but it's still better than doing nothing.
Oh, really?
Better than doing nothing, huh? He stares at the book in his lap again. One lie. If I could expose just one, then that would be a start. See? I knew it. I knew deep down he wanted to. Picking one out among all of this might be a challenge in itself. It'll take time. I'll be here. I'll support you.
Thank you.
That means a lot. Of course, all of these musings are not worth much unless we succeed in the task at hand. Quinn is a lovely person. I would hate to see anything bad happen to them. And as for Ronan, I still wonder what his connection to this place is. If his plan all along was to steal the spirit locket here, then he must have been aware he needed both blood and your locket to enter. The locket he could steal, but the blood? I'll have to check in on something. Okay, I've got things to do as well.
Okay.
Let's both do our best, yes? See you around. He walks off and disappears deep into the library. You leave too.
I'm sorry, Michael. I fear I offended you with my previous comments.
You? Offensive? Caden, you're about as offensive as free cake with your drink.
I'm not sure if that's a good thing. What I mean is, I'm afraid my earlier comments came across as me suggesting you were hiding behind your smile.
Well, yes. That is the truth, after all.
You... what?
I didn't expect you to pick up on it, though. You are more perceptive than I gave you credit for, friend.
But why, though? What is it you wish to hide?
There are many things in life better handled with a smile, even a fake one. For what it's worth, I usually don't have to do so around you and our other friends.
That, I'm glad to hear. Now, you mentioned cake?
Picked up on that as well, did you? To the tavern.
Lead on, my friend.
Yeah, I think Michael is a bit more sensitive than he likes to admit to people. I think he's hiding a lot of pain and suffering behind his smile. And we've kind of learned some of that already, but I'm sure there's more to discover as well. He's not as happy-go-lucky as he likes to have people think he is. But we'll end this episode here, and in the next one, we'll go to the flower shop, I think. Yeah, I think we'll go to the flower shop first, and then after that we'll go to the library and see the thing with Victoria. Or maybe the other way around. Should we see the thing with Victoria first? I guess we'll see about that next time. But for now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.